Okay, so welcome again, everyone. Thank you for, I'm so honored to have you today. Okay, and today, inshallah, we're gonna take a full speaking test. Okay, we're gonna take a full speaking test. Excuse me just for a second. Yeah, okay, thank you, everyone. So, the test actually, the actual test goes like, okay, like follows. You will enter the examination room, okay, and then okay, the examiner will greet you. You will greet the examiner. Okay, you're gonna say hi, good morning, something like this. Then you're gonna take a seat. Okay, then okay, the examiner will adjust the recording, a small recording tool device. Okay, so this is how the speaking test begins. Then okay, there's a small introduction before the okay the questions. Okay, the examiner before the examiner start asking you the test questions. Okay, so what the introduction or maybe how the introduction looks like as follows. Okay, so you are now seated in the front of the examiner. The examiner will start the test saying the following. This is the speaking test of the International English Language Testing System. So this is actually the words, okay, which makes the acronym IELTS. Okay, the first, the initial letter from each word, IELTS. So this is what IELTS stands for, International English Language Testing System. Okay, guys? Then, okay, the examiner will proceed saying taking place on, then he's going to say the day. For example, today is Friday. So on Friday, for example, if the test is today, he or she is going to say the 31st of December. Then he's going to say the name of the testing center. For example, the British Council Testing Center. Okay, center number, every center has a number. For example, the British Council here in Amman has this unique number, center number J0001. The candidate is, then the examiner is gonna say your name. For example, let's suppose that I am the candidate, okay, is Anas Ghazi Husseini Naya, okay, the full name. And the candidate number is, the examiner is also going to say your number. For example, 003400, whatever. Okay, then the examiner will say his or her name. The examiner is John Smith, for example, and the examiner number is, each examiner has a unique number. Okay, then he looks or she looks, the examiner looks at you and says, good morning or good afternoon. You respond saying the same, okay? Can you tell me your full name, please? Here, when the examiner asks you to say your full name, you have to say your full name, okay? Maybe we as Arabs here, we, okay, see the full name contains four names. Your name, first name, your father name, your grandfather name, and your family name. So I'm gonna answer saying, well, my full name is Anas Ghazi Husseini Naya, okay, the full name. And if your name is a little bit difficult for English people to pronounce it, you can say to the examiner, you can just call me something, okay? So maybe, for example, if your name is Abdurrahman, for example, maybe it's a little bit difficult for British people or for people who speaks English. You can say, well, my full name is Abdurrahman something something something. You can just call me Abid, for example. It's up to you. Okay. And where are you from? This is not a question from the test. You will not be assessed on this question. We are still in the introduction. So the examiner is just trying to We can call it to break the ice, something like this, okay, to make you a little bit okay, familiar or maybe comfortable with the test. He's not gonna just start the test asking you the questions and you need to answer. He just wanted to smooth things a little bit up. Okay, so where are you from? You can just say, well, I'm from Amman, or maybe I'm from Irbit, I'm from Zarqa. If you are a Jordanian and out of Jordan, you can just say, I'm from Jordan. If you are a Jordanian who live in United Arab Emirates, for example, you can say, well, I'm from Jordan, not from here. Okay, thank you. Then the examiner will ask to see your identification, the one that you have used to okay, apply for the test. The passport in most of the cases, or maybe your identity. So national ID. So may I see your identification, please? You're gonna, okay, hand him or her the ID, saying, of course, here you are. Okay, the examiner will check it and make sure that the person who is taking the test is the same person who registered or applied with the same ID. Okay, so this is the introduction of the test. It takes about maybe 1 minute, something less than 1 minute. Okay, then the test starts with part 1. In part 1, the examiner will start saying, okay, now in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Are you ready? You say, yes, I am. Then the test begins and the examiner starts assessing and evaluating every and each answer you give. So in part 1, usually part 1 takes from 4 to 5 minutes to complete. And it usually comprises about 8 questions, 10 questions, something like this. Okay, and in part 1, all questions are about you, about yourself, about things you like, about things you hate, about places you like, about places you hate, activities you like to do, okay? Activities you don't like to do, things like that, okay? It's in general things you are familiar with. And in particular, the first 1 or 2 or maybe 3 questions will be about one of 3 topics: work or study, your hometown, or your home. So expect that the examiner will start asking you questions, okay, about your work or study. Maybe he's gonna or she's gonna start saying something like, well, do you work or are you a student? So, okay, this is a very common question. Or maybe the examiner will start asking you about your hometown, okay? So where's your hometown? Or tell me more about your hometown, something like that. Or maybe about your home. Do you live in a flat or a house? Okay, well, I live in a flat, in a and so on, then you're gonna give your answer, okay? Then the examiner, after these 2 or 3 initial questions, will proceed asking you about different topics, about weather, about hobbies, about maybe places you would like to visit, about your favorite things, okay, about things you like, you hate, okay, to make some kind of a comparison between, okay, the old person of you or maybe the young person of you, and so on. 4 to 5 minutes. Then the part 1 ends, okay, with the examiner saying this is the end of part 1. Then he moves to part 2. In part 2, the examiner says the following: now I'm going to give you a topic and I would like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you're going to have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make notes if you wish. Do you understand? You're going to answer saying yes. Here's the examiner says, here's some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here, okay, and here is your topic or the topic. Then the examiner will hand you a piece of paper, a card, or maybe sometimes a question booklet, okay, with the question, okay, printed on it. So the question here says, describe something you own, which is very important to you. You need to say where you got it from, how long you have had it, what you use it for, and finally explain why it is important to you. So you need to cover all of these points in 2 minutes. Okay, then the examiner will give you 1 minute to prepare. Okay, when you are preparing, you need to write keywords, okay, just to answer each point. First of all, you need to decide the title, okay, the thing, okay, you own, which is very important, maybe your mobile phone, your watch, your laptop, your car, whatever. Okay, then you're gonna write, okay, some key answers here or keywords to answer. Maybe, okay, well, I get it from maybe Smart Buy, from Carrefour, from, okay, I brought it from the USA, whatever. How long you have had it, okay? Maybe I have had it for 3 years, 5 years, since 2015, whatever. What you use it for: to study, to work, to play. Okay, why it is important to you? Okay, because I do a lot of my duties, tasks on. Okay, so just keywords. You don't have time to write full sentences here. Okay, just keywords. Okay, then when the 1 minute is up, the examiner will ask you to start talking, okay, and you need to talk up to 2 minutes. You need actually to complete the 2 minutes talking, and do not stop until the examiner stops you. So the examiner is going to say, remember, you will have 1 to 2 minutes to talk, so don't worry if I stop you. I'm gonna tell you when the time is up. You may start talking now, then you need to give a 2-minute response, okay? Sometimes the examiner asks you 1 or 2 follow-up questions. It's very small questions. Okay, thank you. This is how the part 2 of the test ends. It takes 3 to 4 minutes, okay, as a whole part. Okay, so, okay, welcome, Ibrahim. Rana says, it seems easier than writing test. I think yes, it's a bit easier than the writing skill. If you have noticed, I'm not sure about that, but people who usually get high score in IELTS, they get maybe the highest scores in listening and reading, and the score in the middle is in speaking skill, and the lowest score is the writing score. Yeah, this is something common. Yeah, I believe that speaking is a little bit easier than writing. Okay. Any question, guys, so far? Any question? Would you like to ask any question, guys? Okay, Huda, I think Huda cannot hear us. Let me just send the message again. Okay, I'm gonna send it directly to Huda.
أنا أستاذ ضحكي.
أهلا، تفضل إبراهيم.
بدي أسأل هسه الورقة اللي بعطيها الفاحص للطالب
نعم.
عشان يقرأ عنها البيانات، قديش بتظل معاه ولازم تظل معاه ولا بتنسحب؟
لا، بتضل معه طول ما هو بيجاوب، طول التاسك 2 معه الورقة قدامه.
بس أنا سمعت إنه بعطيه إياها بس لمدة نصف دقيقة بعدين باخذها.
لا، ما باخذها منه، بيعطيه إياها بتضلها قدامه طول ما هو بيجاوب، طول ما هو بيحكي. لما يخلص البارت 2 كله، يخلص البارت ويروح على بارت 3، باخذها منه بعد ما يخلص البارت.
شكرا لك.
You are so welcome. Okay. Do they consider the accent in estimating the score and speaking test? Okay. Well, not the accent, Rana, not the accent. Okay. The pronunciation. There is a small difference between the accent and the pronunciation. Pronunciation means you, okay, say the word in a way that is understood to the examiner, to the English native people. Okay. This is the pronunciation. The accent is to say the word in a British way, in American way, okay, in Australian way, in Canadian way, where there's some kind of overlapping between the pronunciation and the accent, because generally who speaks in a native accent, okay, will actually speak with a correct pronunciation, and who's not speaking with one of the native accents, okay, maybe has some
يا خريبك براء
of problems, okay.
حط ايدي واني مسكت
Okay, sorry guys for that. Okay, sometimes okay, when you are not speaking with a native accent, you could mispronounce some words. Okay, تمام. يعني كيف؟ يعني مثلا لو بدنا نحكي مثلا يعني خلينا نكتب مثلا هاي الكلمة عشان احكي لك شو الفرق مثلا. اوكي اوكي، هاي الكلمة كيف تحكيها؟ احكيها بالله، بتقدري تحكيها رنا؟ maybe you can't. okay, you can't turn your mic on. تمام. هلا مثلا في ممكن في
أحكي أنا
يس تفضلي مريم.
هلا هي مثلا ممكن بالأكسنت العادي زينا مثلا توماتو أو
Yes.
مثلا إذا أمريكان أو هيك إنه ممكن يعني بيحكوها أسرع إنه توماتو أو شيء زي هيك إنه زي مبدأ ووتر وهذا.
Yeah, something like this. يعني هاي الكلمة مثلا بالأمريكان tomato. Yes, that's correct. tomato. بالبريتش أو بالآيرش ممكن تحكي tomato. اوكي، هاي بسميها اكسنت، لانه سواء حكيتها توميتو او توماتو هي نفس الكلمه مفهومه. اوكي، بس وين المشكله بتصير؟ انه احيانا في بعض الكلمات لما اجي انا انطقها بطريقه، لما اجي احكي مثلا close your اوكي close your اوكي mouth، تمام، وبدل mouth احكي mouse. close your mouse. اوكي، هلا هاي الكلمه في بعض اللهجات اوكي الثابت اللطق اس زي اللهجه المصريه مثلا، تمام. فلما احكي لواحد نيتيف احكي له close your mouse حيفهم علي؟
لا هيك رح تكون
لا.
غلط.
ايوه، فهاي اسمها pronunciation مش هيك، تمام. وفي بعض الكلمات كمان طريقه نطقها كمان يعني اوكي هم بيحطوا some kind of stress on the words okay, عشان تكون اوضح. يعني مثلا مين يقرأ لي هاي الكلمة؟ no, it's okay Rana, no problem, it's okay, that's okay. Okay, هاي الكلمة كيف تنقرأ؟ سوري في ايه؟ هاي عادة احنا بنقرأها cooperative صح؟ اقرأيها مريم بالله هيك جرب.
cooperative.
يا هيك احنا بنقرأها. اوكي، هاي القراءة فيها مشكلة. اوكي، لأنه النيتيفز ما بيحكوها زي هيك، هم شو بيحكوها؟ cooperative. بيحكوش cooperative. تمام. فانت لما تحكي cooperative ممكن يعرفوا، ممكن يحكيها يعني مش كثير واضح. ليش طيب هاي يعني ليش هم يعني بيركزوا على البرونسيشن في البريتش في الانجليش لانجويج؟ لانه اللغه نفسها اوكي لغه صوتيه اكثر من انها لغه اوكي كتابيه او انه تقرا زي ما تكتب. البريتش لا يقرا زي ما يكتب، مش زي العربي. العربي لو حكيت لواحد كيف حالك ولا كيف حالك ذا سيم راح يفهم عليك اوكي في كل الحالات. الانجليش لا، اذا تغيرت نبره الصوت بتغير احيانا معنى الكلمه، تتغير الكلمه. عشان هيك بدنا نراعي اللي هي قضيه هاي فكره البرونانسيشن. اوكي، انك تنطق الكلمات بطريقه انه ما تاديش انها تختلط بكلمه ثانيه زي كلمه ماوس زي ما شفناها، او تعطي معنى ثاني، تحول الكلمه من adjective لناون لفيرب something like this. اوكي، لانه في كلمات اذا غيرت الستريس تبعها بتتحول من noun لفيرب. اوكي تمام، زي كلمه مثلا project مشروع. اوكي now، بس لو حكيت project معناها يعرض. اوكي it's another word. طريقه النطق الكلمه حولت لي اياها من noun لفيرب. فلو حطيت الكلمه الناون محل الفيرب في جمله ممكن المعنى ما يكونش واضح. هاي اللي بنقصده في البرونانسيشن مش الاكسنت. زي ما تفضلتي بالنسبه لكلمه مثلا الماء بالانجليزي، مثلا بالبريتش water. اوكي، بالامريكان انا ما بظبطهاش بطلعش معي مليح، بس something like water. اوكي، something like this تختلف الكلمتين صح. اوكي so then you need to respond okay up to 2 minutes, and the best strategy here is to keep talking until the examiner stops you. لما الاكزامينر يوقفك. اوكي هيك بخلص معنا البارت 2. بروح على البارت 3. في البارت 3 الاكزامينر بياخذ منك الورقه اللي اعطاك اياها الكارد. Can I have the booklet, the paper and the pencil back please? Okay, thank you. Then okay, he's gonna ask you 5 or 6 questions. The questions here in part 3 is a little bit different from questions in part 1, part 2. The questions here are about a general situation, about people, about society. It's not about you, okay? Not about you. He's not gonna ask you what what electronic device you would like to have in the future. No, he's gonna ask you about people, about society, about things in general. Okay, what kind of electronic device is gonna be popular in the future? Not about you, about in general. Okay, do you think people are going to be more social or less social in the future? It's about people. Okay, things like that. But the question, the topic, the general topic here in part 3 is a little bit related or is connected to the topic in part 2. So the question in part 2 was about okay things that is important. So expect that questions in part 3 to be about important items, things like that. Okay, the question in part 2 okay was to speak about okay your favorite school and a favorite teacher back in your school days. So expect here in part 3 to be asked about education, about schools, about okay maybe professions, okay jobs, things like that. Okay, so it's related to the main topic in part 2. Then the examiner says, I would like to ask you to discuss with you 1 or 2 general questions related to this. Okay, let's consider the future. What things are going to be important for people in the future? Look, for people. It's not about you. Don't say, well, I think the thing that is going to be important for me is, no. He's not asking about you. He's asking about people. Okay, how important things changed now compared to 50 years ago? You need to make some kind of a comparison between important things in the past and nowadays, okay, to people, not to you. Okay, and then after maybe 6, 7, maybe 5 questions, the test ends. The examiner says, thank you very much. This concludes, or maybe this is the end of the speaking test. Okay, guys, so this is how the full speaking test goes. Who would like, maybe let's just, what do you think, guys? Let's have some kind of practice. Okay, try to put ourselves in a real test situation. Okay. Okay, who would like, anyone, guys? Anyone would like to answer the first question maybe in the test? مين بحب يبلش نجرب مع بعض هيك نعمل الانترودكشن مع سؤال واحد بس من البارتس 1 فقط، مش اكثر من سؤال. Okay, who would like? Okay, بس نعمل هدول مثلا سؤال من البارت 1، سؤال بسيط يعني راح يكون.
Yes, big promise,
Yes.
I can do it.
Yes, Ahmed, you are so welcome. Okay, so this is the speaking test of the International English Language Testing System, taking place on Friday, the 31st of December at the British Council Testing Center. Center number JO001. The candidate is Ahmed and the candidate number is 123. The examiner is Anas and the examiner number is 123. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Can you tell me your full name, please?
Yes, my name is Ahmed Muhammad Ali.
Okay. في الامتحان بتعطيهم الرباعي. Okay. باسمك الرباعي.
Okay.
Okay. So, and where are you from?
I'm from Iraq, actually.
You are so welcome. Thank you. May I see your identification, please?
Yes, here we go.
Here you are. Okay.
Here you are, sorry.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you work or are you a student?
At the moment, I work as an engineer for a public company.
You need to give 2 to 3 sentence answers. يعني
Okay.
إجابتك لازم على الأقل جملتين أو 3 تكون. So again, do you work or are you a student?
At the moment, I work as an engineer for a governmental company which deals with the oil industry.
Okay, great. Is it an interesting job to do?
Yes, I guess so, because there is many duties that can do by this job. There are office work, there are field work, so I think it's interesting.
It's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, thank you. تمام. هلا okay, last question بعدين بنعطي ال comments. Okay, are you going to change job in the future?
Actually, I don't think so, because I like my job. I think I'm doing well, and I'm developing myself. In the future, I will keep going to develop my skills, and maybe I will change just my place, my position, but I will stay in my job.
Yeah, in your business, in your industry. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is actually how the speaking test starts. Okay, some small comments. The first question is great. You gave a great answer. Okay, in the second question you said there's many duties. Okay. شو لازم احكي؟
Sorry.
انت حكيت there is many duties. Okay. هلا
Yes.
duties plural. So you should have said there are.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. There are many duties. Okay. Can
Yeah.
be do لا مش can be do, can be done. Okay.
Can be done, yeah.
وهيك كلها التركيبة can be done شوي يعني ممكن نستخدم شيء أحسن. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, أو ممكن تحكي my job involves okay many
Yeah.
duties. Okay. To be مثلا بدل كلمة done ممكن تحكي fulfilled. Okay. يعني شوي كلمة ممكن تكون أحسن. Okay. حاول تجنب كلمة like في الإجابة. لأنه كلمة like بيعتبروها quite simple, very simple يعني كلمة من المستوى البسيط جدا الابتدائي. فبنحاول نستخدم كلمات شوي تكون advanced أكثر. فممكن مثلا بدل ما تحكي I like my job ممكن تحكي مثلا I am a big fan أو I love my job أو ممكن تحكي مثلا
I enjoy مثلا
I enjoy, yes, I enjoy my job to the maximum, for example. Okay. هلا لما تيجي تتكلم عن الفيوتشر اوكي حاول استخدم افعال لها علاقه بالفيوتشر زي مثلا I expect, okay, I anticipate, I predict, I okay, شو كمان عندنا مثلا assume, I presume, something like this. So
imagine.
I imagine, yes, thank you. Well, I imagine that I'm not going to change my job in the future. Okay. I am quite okay. I feel quite interested in this job. And okay, maybe the thing that I'm gonna change is okay to get a promotion, okay, to move to a higher position in my current career. Great answer. Thank you so much, Ahmed. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Just أنا يعني بس خليني ممكن أعلق فد شوي.
طبعا تفضل.
طبعا هو أنا يعني هيك دخلت بالصدفة وقلت أوكي خل أشارك يعني أنا ما متحضر.
لا بتشرف فيك.
الله يسلمك. النقطة الثانية بصراحة يعني قبل فترة كنت أتدرب يعني أنا أسوي براكتس هذه واجهت مشكلة يعني الايديا جنريشن. المشكلة بالايديا جنريشن يعني من خلال يعني تماريني لاحظت انه انا دا اركز على الافكار، يعني ما دا اركز على الجرامر، ما دا اركز على الكلمات المستخدمه. فيعني بصراحه هاي يعني مشكله دا تسوي لي يعني فد ارباك بالموضوع.
هو الايدياز بتفيدك في نقطه الفلوينسي عشان to keep going, to keep speaking, okay, to avoid hesitation, to avoid repetition, to avoid self-correction. هذا هو الشيء اللي الايدياز بيفيد. في الايدياز في كتب، في كتاب مكار ممتاز كثير، اوكي، اذا بتحصله او اذا تحب ابعث لي ببعث لك اياه بسيط. اوكي، هلا النقطه الثانيه المهم جدا اللي انت طرحتها انه this is an I'll speak, this is a language speaking, it's not a knowledge speaking. بيختلف تماما عن كل الامتحانات اللي في الحياه بنمر فيها. يمكن كل الامتحانات اللي بنمر بيها انه المهم شو تجاوب، اوكي، المهم شو المعلومه اللي تحكيها. هون في الايلتس لا، مش المهم شو تحكي، المهم كيف تحكي، كيف تعبر، هذا هو الاهم. اوكي
Exactly. Yeah.
لانه هذا بيختبرك، بيختبر لغتك ما بيختبر معرفتك. حتى احيانا بيسالك اسئله هو عارف انه انت ما عندك جواب إلها عشان يسمعك انت كيف بتحكي انه انت ما عندك جواب. This is a natural thing يعني حتى في النيتيف لانجويج تبعتك في الارابيك يعني. اوكي، فممكن مثلا انا اذا سالت سؤال واضح انه هذا السؤال هو بيتعمد يسالك سؤال ملوش جواب، اوكي، عشان يسمعك تحكي له well to be quite honest I have never thought about that before. I'm not familiar with this topic. Okay. However, if I have to answer or to give a response, I'm gonna say something like this. وبتاخذ العلامة عليها لأنه الفكرة مش بيختبر معلوماتك، هو بيختبر لغتك.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr.
So welcome. Okay. Okay, Rana, is it the same test sample for ICE and TOEFL? No, this is for ICE only. The TOEFL is a little bit different. Okay, the TOEFL is a little bit different. Okay. تمام. في حد كمان حاب يجرب اللي هو okay speaking part 1? Anyone? Yes, Huda?
Yes.
Okay, so would you like to try the speaking part 1?
Yes, okay.
Okay, so let's begin. So this is the speaking test of the International English Language Testing System, taking place on Friday, the 31st of December at the British Council Testing Center, center number JO001. The candidate is Huda and the candidate number is 123. The examiner is Anas and the examiner number is 123. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Can you tell me your full name, please?
I am Huda Sulaiman Muhammad Al-Naami.
Thank you so much. And where are you from?
I am from Jordan.
Okay, إذا أنت في الجوردن وبتختبري في الجوردن لا احكي اسم المدينة أحسن.
Yes, I am from Jordan, from Zarqa city.
خلاص I am from Zarqa city بدون جوردن.
Without Jordan, okay.
بدون جوردن. I'm from يعني طبيعي الواحد اللي موجود في الأردن وبيختبر في الأردن يكون جورداني يعني. So yeah,
Yes.
thank you. May I see
Okay.
may I see your identification, please?
Yes, here you are.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, now in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
So, do you live in a house or in a flat?
I am living in a flat. I am living right now in a flat.
لازم تعطي جملتين أو ثلاثة الجواب. أعطي details على الفلات يعني مثلا الفلات which floor, okay, is it a big or small, something like this.
Okay, I am living in a flat. It's in the G floor.
Okay, ground floor, yeah.
Ground floor, yes. It's quite small.
Okay, thank you so much. What's your favorite room?
Okay, my favorite room.
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite room is the living room. The decoration done by me. So I feel comfortable when sit there.
Okay. So are you planning to live there for a long period of time?
I enjoy living in my house now, but I am looking forward to move to better place or يعني
yeah بدون يعني.
to better place. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, good. Yeah, good. تمام. Okay. هلا يفضل انه ما نستخدم ال present continuous لانه ال present continuous معناه يعني اذا الان انا يعني ساكن الان يعني ممكن يكون له معنى شوي معنى انه مؤقت. اوكي، فالافضل اني استخدم simple present لما اتكلم عن المكان اللي انا عايش فيه لانه تقريبا شيء ثابت تقريبا، فالافضل احكي I live in. اوكي، I live in. هلا كيف بدنا نحكي العباره؟ يعني الافضل مثلا ممكن احكي كالتالي well I live in a flat. in كم طابق البيت عندكم العماره؟
It's 3.
Yeah, I live in a flat in a 3-story building. My flat is on the ground floor. Okay.
Yeah.
هاي إجابة ممتازة. هلا السؤال الثاني لما حكى لك مثلا your favorite ممكن أعمل paraphrasing لكلمة favorite صغيرة، أحكي the room I love the most is the living room because it's the one that I have or I've decorated myself with. شو decorations اللي استخدمتيهم مثلا؟
Painting.
Yeah, with some paintings. That depict nature ولا إيش؟
Nature, yes, nature.
Yes, yeah, depicting beautiful or stunning scenes from nature. Great answer. Okay. هلا في كلمة بدي إياك تحكي لي إياها كمان مرة اللي هي هاي الكلمة. هاي حكيتيها أنت، شايفاها؟
Comfortable.
لا ما بتنحكى هيك.
Comfortable.
هاي تنحكى تقريبا الOR تقريبا مش موجودة. فبتنحكى كالتالي comfortable. هاي من الكلمات اللي كثير يعني شوي تريكي وشائع فيها، بس احنا لما تعلمنا في المدارس كله comfortable.
بالضبط صح.
شد على الآر عشان تطلع
او ريلاكس خلاص نحكي ريلاكس.
ماشي، لا بس كلمة كويسة هاي يعني كيف بنحكي comfortable.
Yeah.
Comfortable. Yes. I'm okay planning to move. بدل كلمة better place، better يعني بعتبروها شوي من الكلمات الكثير common وكثير basic، فممكن نستخدم شيء اوكي كلمة شوي advanced. اوكي to a more مثلا luxurious place. مرت معك كلمة luxury؟
لا
يعني فاخر، شيء فاخر مثلا، شيء ممكن كلمة أحسن. Yeah. Luxury. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Great.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. Okay. تمام. اوكي ننتقل على نجرب نعمل part 2. شو رايكم؟ اوكي نروح ناخذ question هيك على part 2. نفتح لنا صفحة part 2. اوكي نجرب هيك تست من ال questions. تمام. اوكي خلينا ناخذ لنا question مثلا، ناخذ question number 3 number 4. هاي number 4. اوكي so لا no 3. يلا اوكي famous food. So هلا في البارت 2 الاكزامينر is gonna say the following. الاكزامينر راح يحكي بعد ما نخلص البارت 1. طبعا البارت 1 ما بسالك بس 3 اسئله، بسالك حوالي 10 او 8 او 9. Then okay that's the end of part 1. I'm gonna give you a topic and I would like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you're gonna have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make notes if you wish. Do you understand? وانت بتجاوب تحكي yes. Here is some paper and a pencil for making notes, and here's your topic. I would like you to describe a famous food from your hometown or country. Okay. You now have 1 minute to prepare. The examiner will give you 1 minute to prepare. Then, okay, you need to write down. The first thing is to decide what kind of food that you're going to talk about. Then the ingredients, okay, what it consists of. The taste, okay, is it maybe sweet, sour, salty, has a strong taste, okay, something like this. It's spicy maybe. When and how it is usually eaten, okay, when maybe, okay, some, when there's a celebration, for example, okay, there's occasion, for example, anyway, okay, and how it is usually eaten. And finally, why you think it is famous in your country or maybe worldwide, like pizza, for example. Okay, so if anyone would like to answer, maybe you can take your time, guys, preparing. Then if anyone is ready, he can or she can, okay, give us 2 minutes. Oh, if 2 minutes is a little bit long, just give 1 minute answer, okay? Here in the practice, in the test, you need to give 2 minutes, okay? And just try to go through the, okay, the all bullet points and the final point. Okay, who would like to answer?
Yes, doctor, I can do it.
Okay, yes.
Just let me write my notes.
Okay, yes,
Okay.
please. Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
take your time. Yeah, take 1 minute. Okay. Okay, I just bring my mobile phone to adjust the timer.
1 minute.
Okay.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, Ahmed. So the 1 minute is up. Remember, you will have to speak up to 2 minutes. So don't worry if I stop you. Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you when the 2 minutes is up.
Yes.
You may start talking now.
Yeah. As I mentioned before, as I'm from Iraq, so there are many food that famous in my country, sorry, and there are so many type of food most common in my country and all the, let's say, all the European countries, but there is a particular one of them that the Iraqi people enjoy eating it, and it's called dolma, which consists of rice, let's say all different vegetables can be, sorry, could be made of. For example, there is onion, there is also rice and grape leaves. So it contains so many types of vegetables, and it is taste. It depends, actually, the taste depends on the place that people who would like to eat it. For example, in the people in the north of my country, they like it as salty, and in the middle of my country they like it a little bit salty and sour. Some of them like it as a spicy. However, as I said, it's very famous in my country, and lots of people eat it on Friday. Maybe some of them eat it on special meals with family or with friends.
Okay, thank you so much. The 2 minutes are up. اوكي ممتاز كثير. في نقطة كثير رائعة عندك اللي هي بنسميها الفلونسي اند كوهيرنس. هي ما عندكش، مش شايف عندك مشكلة كبيرة في الجنريتنج ايدياز، او ممكن نحكي الموضوع شوي فاميليار، فممكن
لا مو فاميلي، انا يعني ما مسوي على قبل على الفود بصراحة، بس يعني
اوكي but that's great. يعني you have spoken up to 2 minutes ولسه حتى اظن في يعني اوكي يمكن هاي النقطة أنت بلشت في هاي النقطة.
Yes,
يمكن
that's
ما
right.
وصلتش النقطة. That's great. هي بس ملاحظات صغيرة بس شوي في الجرامر. There are foods or food that are famous. لازم نحكي are famous. So many types. Which
Yes.
consists of. لازم which consists of. لازم نتكلم عن one type of food اللي هو الدولمة.
Yes.
It contains.
Yes.
It is taste. On Friday. عادة لما يكون يعني دائما في أيام الجمعة نحكي on Fridays. لأن ما نتكلم
Yes,
عن
that's right, yeah.
عن Friday. نحن نتكلم بشكل عام يعني في الأيام الجمعة on Fridays. Otherwise, your answer is great. Maybe you need a little bit to work on grammar a little bit. Pronunciation is good. Not that natural, but is good. Grammar, fluency and coherence, a lexical resource is also good. الإجابة تبعتك يعني تقريبا لو بدنا نقدرها يعني ممكن لو اختبرت على نفس هذا المستوى في كل البارت 3 parts بنفس الطريقة جاوبت العلامة راح تكون بين يعني تقريبا 6 إلى 6.5.
Yes, I guess so, yeah.
يعني تقريبا بهذا المستوى.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you are so welcome. So welcome, Ahmed. يعطيك العافية. Okay. So, okay, thank you. Anyone else, guys? في حد كمان؟ Yes, Huda?
Okay, hi.
Hi, would you like to answer?
Yes.
تمام نحكي المقدمة ولا خلص واضحة. Okay, so remember
أبدأ.
you will, yeah, just a second. Remember you will have 1 to 2 minutes to talk, so don't worry if I stop you. I'm gonna tell you when the time is up, okay?
Okay.
So you start talking now.
Okay. I would like to tell you about the most famous meal in my country, which is mensaf.
Mhm.
It mainly consists of meat, rice, and yogurt. The taste is salty little bit. We usually eat it when all the family at home. That's why we cook it on Fridays. That's it.
Okay, thank you. 25 seconds. Okay.
Too many short.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay. تمام احنا اوكي ممكن مثلا خلينا نتكلم شوي في الانجريدينتس. What are
Okay.
ingredients? Okay, so it consists of ايش هم المكونات؟
meat, rice, and yogurt.
Rice, yogurt. What kind of yogurt?
Yogurt.
Yeah,
يعني
it's a dried yogurt. Okay.
yes.
Cold.
Dried yogurt.
شو اسمه؟
Called جميد.
Jamid. Okay, it's dried yogurt called jamid. And the best type of jamid is come from
كرك.
from الكرك. Okay,
Thank you.
yeah, هاي ضفنا كمان.
ضفنا معلومة.
كمان معلومة كمان جملتين. Okay. And it is served on a plate or in okay.
Yeah.
With it is decorated with ايه شو بنحط على الوجه؟
Decorated with
yeah. With مثلا شو
parsley.
Thank you. Parsley. Yeah, a pinch of parsley خلينا نحكي.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, and ايش كمان؟
And nuts.
nuts. Yes, nuts مكسرات بصير. اوكي يا هو ما راح يحكي لنا الاكزامنر والله جيب صح انا اتاكد في nuts ولا اوكي احنا عادي لو حكينا اوكي ممكن nuts ممكن من النتس مثلا الامند اللي هو اللي احنا بنحكيها الموند. اوكي الامند اللي هو اللوز يا almond. Yeah, thank you. And sometimes okay pine with pine seeds اللي هو الصنوبر ممكن يعني اذا حدا معه مصاري وقابض ممكن يحط صنوبر. اوكي so هي يعني ضفنا كمان مثلا 10 15 ثانيه على اوكي الانجريدينتس. اوكي نضيف على التيست. It is a little bit salty. Salty, yeah, it is a little bit salty because of the of this kind of this specific
yogurt.
Yeah, special kind of yogurt. Yeah, some people okay like it or they just make it with a more percentage of sweet yogurt, okay, to
Yes.
reduce the salty taste, okay.
Mhm.
So it depends on people, okay, and the taste of people. Some people like it quite salty, others maybe like it a little bit salty. فممكن انا يعني زي لك اعطي الف من عندي يعني اي شيء اساس انه ازيد. Okay, so when it is eaten on Fridays, thank you,
On Fridays, yes.
and when there is some kind of an occasion, holiday, okay, occasions like شو عندنا occasions ممكن بنعمل فيهم
occasions like Eid يعني
like the religious festivals, okay.
yes.
Eid.
Mm.
Okay,
Or weddings.
Thank you. Funerals, okay. Funerals معروف الفيونرالز
funerals.
اللي هي الجنازات يعني
Yes.
العزاء في العزاء.
هاي بس عند البلاد العربية دكتور.
والله ما بعرف عندهم شو بيقدموا يعني. في امريكا بيقدموا همبرجر في العزاء ما بعرف يعني. فممكن اوكي ما هو في النهايه هو بيسالك هون يعني عن بلادك، اوكي. على المنسف احنا هيك بنقدمه يعني weddings, funerals, things, and it is okay. مثلا how
We are talking about traditions.
Yeah, traditions, okay.
Yeah.
So how it is usually eaten?
By hand.
Okay, yeah. So the traditional way of eating it is by hand. However, the younger generations, okay,
Yeah.
start using
Spoon.
spoons.
A spoon.
Yeah, spoons أحسن. Okay. So the younger generations بلشوا بقول لك لا شو هاندو ما هاندو الواحد يشرشب وحالته حاله.
صح.
Okay. ريح حالك وسبون وإلى آخره. Yeah, thank you. And
Thank you.
why it's famous? Because maybe it's easy to cook and it is well known all over the country, for example.
Yeah. I think I have to practice to know how much I have to write.
هلا المعلومات هاي اللي عندي، هاي المعلومات اللي انا حكيتها كلها انت بتعرفيها.
Yeah.
بس الفكره انه يعني اتدرب كيف اعمل development to my response to my answer, okay. يعني اعطي details، اعطي past, present, future مثلا expectation، okay. اتكلم عن some people, other people and so on.
Okay, thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you, Huda. Thank you so much. Yeah, so welcome. Okay, in part 3, okay, the questions are a little bit okay related to the questions in part 2. فعندي مثلا هون part 2 عن الفود، okay. فبتوقع برضه في part 3 كل questions okay لها علاقة بالفود in general. فلو سألنا مثلا هيك خلينا نشوف موضوع الفود. okay, number 4. yes, okay, تمام. okay, so مثلا لو سألنا أي حد ممكن يجاوب يعني in part 3. okay, what kinds of food are popular okay in the world today? It's not the food that you like in general. شو أنواع الفود popular in today's world في عالم اليوم? Who would like to answer it? Okay, yes, let's Aya. Yes, Aya.
Yes, the popular food nowadays, the popular food is fat junk food,
okay.
because many people they don't have time to make their food in their homes, so they just buy it from McDonald's or KFC or other
or other fast food restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, yes, yes, Ahmed.
Yes, actually, there are so many types of food that well known around the world. So, for example, there is pizza. Also, there is McDonald's food. So there are so many could be eaten by people, and they can buy it from anywhere that they wish because they described as a fast food, so they can be made quickly and they can eat it wherever they want. For example, if they are working or they are studying. So also it depends on the country if we are that
Yes.
yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so another question. So is food now better than in the past? Yes, Aya.
From my perspective, I think that the food is now better than past because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Many people used to eat healthy food, so they can't be infected with this. So that actually will be reflected on the immune system. So they ate healthier and do sports.
Okay, thank you. But in general, يعني لو حكينا بشكل عام، يعني بدناش نتكلم بس عن فترة اللي هو البانديميك هاي اللي احنا فيها. In general, food nowadays يعني خلينا نحكي في هذا الفترة من الزمن، العقد يعني من الزمن. Is better or worse than the past?
Actually, now is better, especially I live in the Netherlands, so many people, they just eat healthier, and you can see that not many people that they are on the junk food restaurants. So that actually, because there are lots of students that they are international, so they just eat healthy food.
Healthy food. So the food now is better because it's healthier from your own perspective. Thank you so much for your answer. Thank you. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else would like to answer this question? So what's the most popular food in the Netherlands?
Actually, it's a stamppot. I don't like it at all because it's about potato and garlic with some tomato. I don't actually like it at all, but it's very famous and many people, they eat it, especially in the New Year and some holidays.
So it's the traditional dish there?
Yes.
But okay, so it's potato, garlic, and tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's called stamppot?
Stamppot, yeah.
Stamppot?
Yes.
Stamppot. Okay, so well, I've heard that the food in Germany, Netherlands, Denmark is not that good compared to the food here in our country.
Yes, you are right.
Yeah, okay. Are there a lot of Turkish restaurants, Arabian restaurants there?
And Syrian restaurant also.
Yeah, okay, great. So maybe they're gonna a little bit change their mood or the type of food they like there.
Yes, actually they do, and they buy in their stores like hummus and falafel.
Okay, great. That's makes you feel a little bit home, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Yeah, so welcome. Okay, guys, so this actually concludes our session today. Any question? Anyone would like to ask anything? So I'm so honored to have you guys. Okay, thank you for tuning in, and see you inshallah next week with another free session inshallah. Take care everyone. Bye. If you want to just the last comment, if you want to contact me, you can just if anyone wants to contact me, you can just contact me on my WhatsApp or maybe Facebook or email. Okay, you are so welcome everyone. Thank you. Yeah, okay, Rana, you can contact me, Rana, for the grammar book. Okay.
دكتور انا اوريدي عم بكتب لك كنت على الواتساب فبتواصل معك على الواتساب.
انت رنا، في واحده ثانيه اسمها رنا حسن، مو انت هاي صح؟
لا انا رنا
لانه رنا حسن بعتها لي بتحكي لي provide me with the grammar، يبدو انها طلعت.
لا مو انا، رنا ثانيه.
اوكي، ما فيش مشكله. ما عندك.
اوكي
الله يسعدك، الله يعافيك، الله يعافيك يا اهلا، مع السلامه. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.
دكتور إذا سمحت فد سؤال. دكتور أنس.